Read a lot recently about AI replacing all the jobs and eventually being able to do everything a human can do, with lots of AI agents. And it made me start to think about, what do we all do if all of the jobs, or the majority of the jobs, are all gone? They're all being done by AI. If you listen to people like Elon Musk, it's sort of like, well, you can work if you want to, but you don't have to, which is sort of okay for him to say, but for millions of people who need credit, money, to be able to survive, there needs to be something to replace it. And then, again, Musk was saying there could be a universal credit where everybody gets credit to live their lives, and AI makes everybody's lives easier. Problem with that is, if you think about mankind, I've never known us to ever do anything universally. There's always the haves and the have-nots. So when you start to play that out, I'm worried that what's going to happen is that it's actually just going to drive down people's working wage. Because if you think about it, through the years, work's migrated to cheaper regions around the world, be that India or Southeast Asia or different parts of South America, because it's cheaper to do that. And it all just comes down to cost. So if AI is doing stuff at a fraction of the cost, I wonder if there becomes a point where people try to do it cheaper just to get work. Because if we're not careful, we're going to have the split in societies that we've already seen will become nothing in comparison to what will happen if every task, or 99% of all the tasks, are being done by AI and robots. So it's sort of a dystopian world where you've almost got the masses with no work at all trying to create work for themselves or get credit somehow, and then you've got the rich few, or the people who at the time of the big switch over to automation and AI had inherent wealth. It could be a weird situation where the people who are wealthy enough now, as long as they keep that wealth and hand it on to generations afterwards, are the haves, and everybody else who's stuck at that point in time with nothing has nothing. It's quite a frightening prospect. And I guess people like Elon Musk are right. If you had you'd have to have a universal credit, or some different way of people getting credit to live. But I just worry with mankind, they're not going to do that. It's going to be the rich will just be greedy and take more and more, and the poor will just become poorer and die. So it is quite scary, and we do need to think it through, and maybe there'll be whole new industries created that deal with how to embrace AI and use it. People have got to mend the robots, people have got to check stuff, I guess, monitor stuff, oversee stuff, but that's an ever decreasing circle, because if AI is anything as published, it will learn. And if it learns, it will learn how to maintain itself, how to monitor itself. And it only takes a certain period of monitoring to realise there are zero or very near to zero errors to stop paying somebody to monitor something. So it'll be interesting how it plays out over the next number of years, but it is a worrying prospect.